gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Cultural Frequency, also known as Vibe Responsibly. And as you can see, I am Gio Richardson, and I got my co-hosts back, both of them. Just look at them, y'all. When y'all see this on YouTube, look at these smiles, waving hands. It's all right now. This is melanated phenoms over here. I like this. All right, how y'all doing? Everybody good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jax, I was worried about you, girl. I ain't gonna put your business out there, but I was worried about you, girl. You all right?
God is good, and I'm back.
Man,
Amen.
listen, God. About a great. Now, hallelujah. Oh, pass the collection plate? What? Yeah, okay. We gonna need it for this episode. Listen, I'm doing good. Everything, I'm doing. I heard you, Kish. I'm doing very well. You know what I'm saying? Taking things day by day. Podcast is doing well. We're almost at 200 downloads. Hey, doing it, and we in 3 countries. We're in 3 countries. Yes, we're in 3 countries. I saw the analytics. Had to use my $2 SAT word. I saw the analytics. And we're in 3 countries, man. We're doing good. So before we dive in, per usual, I just want to say thank you for tuning in and vibing with the show. If you love what you hear, want to keep these conversations flowing, tap the link in my bio to become a monthly subscriber for just $5. What you'll be looking for is the box that's just shaking a little bit. That's our Patreon link. There are tiers you can choose from with some perks. If that's what you choose to do, but by all means, all I'm asking for is $5 a month. It's a small gesture that makes a big impact, helping us keep the mics hot, the vibe strong, and the culture moving forward. Now, getting into it. The big story of the week, I think it's going to be the biggest story of the year. This Diddy documentary. Oh my goodness. And let me back up. I want to tell the viewers and the listeners that every second Monday of the month, we're going to do something different. So we're going to do the deep topics first, third, fourth week. Second week, it's going to be a little relaxed week. Give everybody a chance to be like, whew, because I know we go a little deep sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to take the second week to do something different, kind of let us relax, be a little goofy, be ourselves. But this week, the Diddy documentary. Before we really dive in, I want to hear what y'all think. Kish, what you think? What was your first thought watching the whole thing? What was your first thought?
Okay, because I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like Team Diddy. Like, I was hoping that like all this stuff was like fake news, and that 50 was trying to get him. Like, I really thought, you know what I'm saying, like this ain't this man, you know what I'm saying? But after watching it, I'm like, bruh, this you for real. The baby oil is you.
I almost giggled a little bit.
I actually was kind of disappointed because he has 2 daughters. Well, actually 3 daughters.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine the faces, you know what I'm saying, of them. Or, you know what I'm saying, like what are people saying to them. So my first thought was them. Because I can't even imagine having a dad that did all the things that he did.
Okay. Jax, what you think?
It's so much to unpack. Now, just from the jump, when I seen the little video, the one of him dragging Cassie down the hallway, I was like, oh yeah, this shit is real. Like, you can't escape all of this, right? And then I'm like, okay, some of this might be true, some of it maybe not so much. But I live in a world where everybody can't tell the same lie about you. And everybody be telling the same lie. The lie might actually be the truth, and you might actually be the problem. So when you listen to enough of it, you're like, wait. And then I felt like when I heard and saw that it was 50 Cent, I was like, he is being his damn self. He is coming for somebody who can't do nothing about it. And you ain't going to let them live and be great until you get whatever you feel like you deserve out of it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest.
It's so much.
I'm going to be honest. When he said that he was doing a documentary, I wasn't expecting this. I was not expecting to watch what I watched on Netflix at all.
I feel like he got bamboozled.
Who got bamboozled?
I feel like Diddy got hoodwinked. And I say he got hoodwinked. Okay, because if you know, or if you agree to let a camera crew follow you, do you really believe, or do you think in your mind that the camera crew is going to put out things that are incriminating to you?
Well,
if
see, here's the thing.
You follow me, I expect you to paint me in the best light possible.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Diddy did what he normally does. What happened, he didn't pay them people. And the footage went to the highest bidder, which was Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, Mr. 50. Uh-oh, we done lost Jax, y'all. So with that being said, there she go. So basically, that's what happened. So the actual footage went to the highest bidder. So the highest bidder was 50 Cent. And so when you're recording, right, your hopes of recording this, and this is just me taking a stab at this, when you get the footage, you're going to edit it how you want it to be painted in the best light possible. But the footage didn't go to Diddy and his team because they did not pay the team. So, being that they didn't pay the camera crew, Curtis Jackson steps in and says, hey, I like to buy that footage. And what does 50 do? 50 do as 50 does. And we got what we got on Netflix now.
Bro. How do you...
I'm just...
Like, I know that we want people to know the truth. Dude, I get it.
Uh-huh.
But it's like you just kicked him in. He already in jail. He already had over 100 civil suits pending against him by people he knew and people who knew and worked with him side by side. And you went, bought the footage and was like, you know what? Hey man, I'm gonna just plaster this shit. I'm gonna let everybody see all the dumb stuff you did. I'm gonna just let them get all of it. And I'm gonna sell it to Netflix
but you know what?
billions of dollars.
Exactly what you just said. He wanted to. That's how much he disliked this man. He wanted everybody to see why he disliked this man. He didn't want people to feel like, oh, you just picking on him, you bullying him. Like, no, he wanted everybody to see that this man was a monster.
And I will agree. There are things that I saw in this whole thing that I'm like, dude, like you were a menace from the beginning. Like, prime example, you ain't never went got a woman of your own. Every woman you ever been with been some woman who was with somebody else that you had to go get from some other man. Like, you've been a menace from the jump. But,
yeah. Yeah. It's like he wanted everything that everybody else had, even the stardom. Yeah. He wanted everything that everybody had. So even his artists, like he wanted to be in the limelight. Like that was his thing.
Like,
you know what I mean?
When we were young, I was young, y'all were older than me. When the whole Suge Knight was
I don't like the way you said that, but go ahead.
Y'all were older than me. Y'all were probably...
Hey man, you ain't gotta say all that. We could have just had the conversation going, man. Don't do that. Come on. She had to point that out because y'all was older. It sounded like a new slave when she said it too. She was like, y'all was older.
I'm trying to move past it and you won't let me. I'm trying to move past it and you won't let me. You're gonna nail me.
Come on.
Because I'm trying to walk past it. I'm scooting.
Okay, well, come on. I'm gonna let you walk past it. Come on.
When the whole source thing happened, Suge was like, you don't want your executive producers in the videos. You don't want to. And you look at it and you be like, well, he just poking and picking. And then when you look at it, you like almost every video, every song, if you're not in the cut in the background, you literally on the track, you gotta have a cut. And then when old boy was like, man, he made sure he paid himself and didn't pay the artist.
Yes.
I was like, this is some bull crap.
Because every feature he was... Yeah, every feature he was on, every video he was in, he paid himself. Whether he did something or not, he paid himself.
Ain't paid the artist shit.
Now, it's some stuff in there that I don't really feel like is believable. A lot of it. But we'll talk about that. I'm gonna be honest in saying I never realized until the documentary. You hear this stuff in real time as you're growing up, but I didn't realize how much violence followed this dude.
That part.
I didn't realize it. Because I remember when he had the party at 19 with Heavy D, and people got trampled. I remember that because that's how his name got put out. That's how everybody started knowing like who Puff Daddy was. And I'm not saying that people didn't know him prior to, but his name rang bells after that because of the tragedy. And then after that, it was just like one thing after the other. And you know it because you know about the thing with Shine in the club with J-Lo. You know about the thing with Steve Stout. You know what I'm saying? But you know about all of this stuff. But then you just like, wait a minute, like this was back to back.
Okay.
This stuff just kept happening.
And that goes back to what
and every time it happened, the stardom rose. It kept getting bigger. And so to me, and maybe I'm wrong here, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but how I see it is, I think he figured out that the violence, what happens after it, when he's in the news, it gives him the publicity that he needs to gain that bigger stardom. Like he figured it out. Because right after the thing with the celebrity basketball game, he took off.
Yeah.
Right after that, what happened next? Took off. Right after that, what happened next? After Big died, took off. Because one of the dudes said he got like right after Big died, somewhat the stock rose. He ended up showing him like a $60 million check. Yeah. Like everything that, and I'm not saying his success is based off of purely violence, but if you pay attention to what's happening, every time something happened and he hit the news, the stardom went up, the stock went up every single time.
Yeah, because even if he wasn't involved in it, like let's just say for shits and giggles, let's just say he wasn't involved in it, but because it happened and it had his name in it, he utilized it because he was chasing that drug money. He was chasing it. And that's all he cared about. It seemed like that's all he cared about was the money.
I think the fame was the drug when you look at it, like looking back at how shit happened. And you're not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. I do believe that a lot of the stuff that transpired is what built him. It's because when you look at the people who are around him, like they say, he had he had an eye for picking a talent and like putting them in the right direction to a point. But when it came to his own career, you had no mojo when it came to the music. You had no ear for the music. You needed somebody to give you that. So when shit started happening, you riding with the takeoff. Like it's going up. And when you start talking about like the violence portion of it, when I looked at that one episode, when they highlighted like how many times he had gotten in trouble, how many times shit keep happening around you, how many times you get caught in the club with a gun or somebody gets shot, that the one piece that stood out for me was when him, Suge, and Suge's buddy was in that club and his boy got shot outside and you the only one cool, calm, and collected, and you talking about it's gonna be all right. And I'm like,
he told Suge it was gonna be all right.
Mama, it's gonna be all right because I'm coming full
Tell your
force.
kids. Yeah,
ain't no way you
that was the other thing, and so I can say that was one thing I really didn't know about the whole thing. And they said that not the Source Awards where Suge was doing all that talking. That's not what started the East West Coast beef. What started it was that night when that boy got killed. And Diddy told Suge, it's gonna be all right. You can't be that calm. It's a shooter out there.
Based on the way
it's a shooter out there. And he
would have been shaking.
What?
A whole bath outside. Just wash me off.
Do you
outside? Because baby, he over here looking at us and
yes, I was about to say, do you know how cold you gotta be to look at somebody else and
just let him go?
And he said, it's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right. While being held in a chokehold, because Suge had him to where the dude.
So if it came back, he was the one that got.
Yeah.
No way you that cool, calm, and collected unless you had something to do with it.
Or unless, you know what I'm saying, he was intoxicated or he was, you know what I'm saying?
No.
All of the above.
No, I disagree. No.
Because it could have been him, you know what I'm saying, like super, super high. Because sometimes when you high, you don't realize what's going on.
You know when somebody like then got shot though. Like for real. Let's be for real. Like that. Listen, I don't use any drugs. Have I drank? Yes. But here's the deal. It ain't enough. I don't think it's enough drug unless you just about the OD. It ain't enough out there to put you in a position where somebody's in front of you, knocking somebody off.
And you don't
you tell somebody else it's gonna be all right. No, the only reason why you know it's gonna be all right is because
you orchestrated that thing.
I mean, you know.
I'm just saying. You know how
that's what it seemed like to me.
That sober you up, like
that's what it seemed like to me.
You know, if you've been in the club, I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
You've been in the club, you had a couple drinks, but it's time to get in the car. Your focus changed. You be like, "Hey, we got to get to where we need to be. You the Diddy, but I'm still looking."
Yeah. Like, and then even if you come out that club drunk and you hear that, bah, 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 you sober up, man.
You be like,
yeah, you sit up. You know how you sit up like when you watching them.
You perk up when you get down.
Yeah, you see them National Geographic videos when the gazelle know the lines around and that gazelle go. Yeah. That's how you look. You know, yeah, what I'm talking about, right? You just immediately. So it's a lot in there that I was just like, my goodness. I'm gonna tell you the part that really like had me like, ain't no way. Because if this is true, it is the most calm a person can be in a situation where you should be over the top. Eric Sermon said that he was sitting in the car with Misa Hilton and Diddy was steaming, knocked on the window, got out of the car. He took a swing at Eric Sermon. Eric Sermon said, being respectful, let's go around the corner. All right. So Diddy gets in the car. They go around the corner. And he says, hold up. I want you to hear something. And he plays Big's album, the first one. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It ain't a mixtape. It ain't a song. It ain't a female. It ain't nothing you can show me that the moment you swing on me and I say, let's go around the corner, that we not fighting. First of all, you got in my car. That ain't the brightest anyway. Because you don't know what I got in the car. Like, you might not make it back. But you mean to tell me y'all went around the corner and he played Biggie's first album and you was like, oh, that's dope, and you forgot that this man swung on you?
You know what? I feel like Eric Sermon gave him a pass because just like all the facts that you stated are true. Just like you said, you don't know what Eric Sermon had in that car. I feel like just on Eric Sermon's build alone, he could have took Diddy without even trying. And like he said, he wanted to be respectful because Misa was in the car. He didn't want to do that in front of her.
Misa wasn't in the car. They went around the corner. Him and Diddy went around the corner.
Misa got out the car.
Not to my knowledge.
The way I interpreted when I listened to it, like Misa was still in his presence, so he was like, you know what, hey, come in, because he said they were sitting in the car talking. Yeah. Maybe he got her out the car, cool. But I felt like when Diddy got in the car, he had a damn oh shit moment and was like, hey, yo,
I get that.
How do I wait a minute? Hey, bro, you know what? I ain't even mean no harm.
I get that. Listen, I get that.
For a second.
I get that mindset. But that don't have nothing to do with me. You swing on me. It ain't an album, a mixtape, a CD that you can play that's going to make me feel like, you know what? You really didn't swing on me. And this is a dope album. No.
That's what I'm saying. So you swung on him because you were angry, right? So you're angry because you swung. So then that made the other person angry and you get in the car. So you telling me by the time y'all bent that corner, all the anger was gone. He was able to touch your radio, put on a song, or play a song while y'all were together, and everything was kumbaya.
No, out of
here.
Not buying it. If you notice, Eric Sermon said that was it. That was the straw. Eric Sermon realized then, after he tried to sneak in on Misa, even though Eric Sermon and Misa were just cool, they wasn't even dating, he had to try to get wormed his way in on that. I think, like he said, he realized then nigga wasn't no good. Like, maybe I just gathered that, and honestly, this is my honest opinion. I gathered listening to Eric Sermon now, he was a much more collected individual than a lot of the idiots that might have been around him. And he was like, you know what, man? I could take him right here in this corner and leave his body over here leaking, and it ain't gonna work out for me. Maybe that's what it was. You know, sometimes we have a moment and we realize we just don't need to do something real stupid.
I mean, I've been there before. I've been there. I have. But I dialed it down.
You didn't go all the way, but you didn't
I didn't go all the way,
completely,
but I dialed it down. No, I didn't completely turn it off because you swing on me. Hey, like we got to exercise. Like there's a workout plan that's got to ensue after that. You know what I'm saying? Like something got to happen. Like somebody's sweating. Like somebody's leaving either sweating or bleeding. Like we got to do something.
You sweat. You go sweat and you go bleed.
Somebody.
But that's what I'm saying.
Swung on me.
You swung on somebody. I don't know no guys. Being from Detroit, I don't know no guys, cousins and brothers and all, that you gonna stand there and swing on them and y'all don't at least fight it out. At least at the bare minimum.
Listen.
I don't know.
I just feel like Eric Sermon probably, like, it might have been a God moment. It really might have been a God moment for Eric Sermon, because look at how much crap happened after that. Look how much transpired after that, and how many
options are few.
Man, really?
You said it was a God moment. It had to be that type of God moment. It had to be.
Eric Sermon, I think it was a God moment, and I bet you, after looking at the rap sheet and looking at all of the chaos that followed and lives that end up inherently being lost that necessarily didn't have to be, he skated out of there early and made it out without having to be involved with a lot of dumb crap.
So let me say this, you know, and I'm gonna say this in the best way possible that we all know. The biggest problem we have with most people is because they ain't got their ass whooped as kids.
Agree.
We know this, right? I think that one ass whooping would have been a good ass whooping. I think that would have been a very good ass whooping. I think that would have been an eye opener that you can't talk your way out of and you can't pay your way out of an ass whooping. Because guess what? As time went along, he felt like he could get away with whatever. And this is what we're seeing in the documentary.
Agreed.
Right? It's a lot of people just let him slide. Like, I was watching it and so many things stood out, but it's like one security guard said he never saw him hit Kim Porter, but he stood outside the room and he heard it happening because she would come out the room, hair is messed up and her face is red. I'm sorry. Let me just say this. You know what an ass whooping sound like. Mm-hmm. Whether you from the hood or not, you know what an ass whooping sound like. If you hear it sound like somebody speaking Spanish behind the room, and you hear furniture moving, if you hear you know what's happening in that room. You heard me. You know what's happening in that room. Somebody getting their clock clean. Somebody getting their ass whooped. Somebody, come on, man. We know what it sound like. And it's a woman. It's a woman in this room with this man. And y'all letting this happen. You ain't knock on the door. You ain't busting nothing. Y'all enabled this man.
They did.
And to me, his mom. Yeah. Well, his mom was whooping his ass. His mom was beating on him. Like beating on him.
I think that's it too. That it's a complex. Like it's almost like a God complex. You haven't.
Oh, definitely.
You have not been able to be masculine and strong in your own stature without overpowering somebody else and making them feel weak. So you literally go through life doing that shit to everybody you come in contact with. Everybody.
Yeah.
But think about it, like with the people that are in the, you know what I'm saying, in a drug gang, you know what I'm saying? Because it's obvious that his dad that's what they did. Like they made people look like they were small. That's how they moved. You always had the higher up and then you had the street, you know what I'm saying, the corner boys. So I guess that's what they did. So I felt like, you know what I'm saying, like he was trying to do the same thing just in a different way.
Yeah, his dad was a corner boy. Like his dad wasn't no high level dude. Like, just in case y'all don't know, he wasn't. He was not a high-level dude. He was a low-level drug dealer. He really was. Frank Lucas, I just read a couple of documents that literally said Frank Lucas said, I never gave him any work. He worked at a salon. The reason why he sold drugs was because he wanted to keep up the image. He wanted the cause. He wanted the clothes. He was a low-level drug dealer. So there was a lot of talking going on. They found him in a car with his head blown off, with his head blown out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't like, they say he wasn't a dude. He was not a street. He wasn't a gangster. He wasn't a hustler. He nickeled and dimed. Yeah, he got money, but no. He was a low-level drug dealer. And so a lot of the stuff, when you hear, these stories, you're like, no. It's because growing up in New York, you hear a lot. You hear the rumors, you hear the ghost stories, you hear the legend stories, and then you start putting the pieces together. And then when the people who were around these people start telling the stories, it's like, wait a minute, what? Because for the longest time, everybody thought his dad was like him, Frank Lucas. No, not the case. He worked in a salon or some type of hairdresser or something. He did something, but he wasn't a full-time drug dealer.
So he was his son, because his son was a background dancer and singer. So he pretty much was the corner boy. And then,
as Kirk Burroughs said it, he was a paper gangster. Kirk Burroughs said it. The guy that helped him build Bad Boy, that he took the 25% from, he said he was never a street dude. He was never about that life. But he was trying to be that person on camera, and then he tried to take it off camera. Because he wasn't him.
The other dude that grew up with him confirmed that. Like you said, he had no, you had no move in the street. You got picked on.
No.
I think that literally carried on into your adulthood. And so you didn't get picked on and bullied and punked as an adult. You punked everybody else before they could punk you.
His mom literally, like, she molded him. She wanted him to be a certain way. It's the way she dressed him, to everything. She molded him. And she had to, because, like the guy said, she was building a prince, not a princess. So she was on him. It was just her. There was no father figure around, so she had to be hard on him. And that's cool. But just like we said in other episodes, what you don't heal and treat, you pass down.
You do.
And this is what happened. He kept passing it down. So in his mind, everything that he was doing was correct because he was never corrected.
Exactly.
Everybody watched him. Everybody watched him.
Nobody said nothing. Nobody did nothing. I feel like y'all just as wrong as him. From down to the security guards, to the bouncers at the club, to anybody that he got in contact with that knew all the stuff that he was doing. He wasn't by himself. He couldn't move by himself. Obviously, he had to move in a group. So they knew, and they was okay with it. So now y'all mad at him, and even his cousin had something to say about it.
And you got sons and daughters. You got sons and daughters.
Yeah. I think a lot of the people around him are just brainwashed. I don't know if it's the money or what, but they're brainwashed because it's a lot of things that was said when they were filming him that the people around him were talking, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
y'all don't understand what's happening.
Right.
Y'all don't see this.
It's just like y'all said. The people around him that have stayed, that stuck tight, enabled a lot of what was done and enabled a lot of the shit that happened. And there were some who were in the dark about a lot of stuff, like that girl Kalina. I wholeheartedly believe it's a lot of shit she just didn't know that was going on. But when she found that shit out, it crushed her. Like she held
she loved him
in such high regard for what he was doing for her and Dawn's career that when that house of cards fell, it cracked her up. It just killed her.
Yeah. It did. Because in the other part I know that hurt is when she was going through that thing to get her kids back, and she asked him for $5,000. That's it. He said he didn't have it, but then he turned around and asked her for help. And she said that's fucked up. That you would, hit me up to say something, but I couldn't get you to help me out when I needed the help. That crushed her too. because once again, she held him at such high regard. And, you know, it's like she wanted to be like him. She said that.
And I believe it's hard. Like had the money. And I'm sure just like, and the fact that when they arrested you, you had 9 stacks on you
in a fanny pack.
To me, that says you got money everywhere you go. You got stacks hidden everywhere. You ain't moving around just broke. Yeah. So if you got 9 stacks on you in a fanny pack and you ain't doing shit but moving low and slow in New York, you could have easily gave her 5. So she could get a lawyer to get her kids back.
He's a billionaire, man.
You could have given her 5. That wouldn't hurt.
He not doing that. He set her up. Think about it. So if I don't give you, you know what I'm saying, and then when you come back, and then I'm gonna ask you, like, you know what I'm saying, like I weigh this in front of you, because then that means you're gonna do whatever it is that I need you to do. So you're gonna go ahead and do it, right? Because you need it.
She had a brain and she didn't. Like she said, right. I'm not having no more conversations with y'all. I'm trying to get my kids back. I need to go talk to my husband. She did exactly what the hell she should have done. Stay far the hell away from that shit. Stay where you need to be to get what you need. And if you focused on getting your kids, that was the best thing you could have done. Because all that, like when you look at all of it start coming up, like I'm a firm believer now. Oh yeah, my nigga, you had something to do with that Tupac shit. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. You had a hand in Tupac and Biggie dying. Period.
Listen,
play directly to it, or you caused them. The chips fell. You started it, and all of them end up getting caught up in the lineup. Because if you notice, like in between Tupac and Biggie, you still had like 5 people die.
Yeah.
There was no names.
Yeah.
Like Suge Homeboy. Like it was just like everybody.
Yeah, I'm a, you know, what really, and I heard Eminem's song a long time ago. I did, when he talked about Keefe D and all of that. It just really messed me up hearing Keefe D saying everything, like where they met and the $1 million, and, you know, the dude that was the middleman, Zip was the middleman. And you know, you only getting $500,000 because only one person got knocked off. I'm like, what? That's what messed me up. And so that episode, I was just like, wait a minute, hold on. And I mean, this dude is like detailed, completely detailed. But he was the one that he's taking the rap now for the death of Tupac. Because he said that they blatantly did it.
It's under pressure. He gave a statement under duress. Did you see that?
That's what he said. He said under duress. But to be that specific, though, to be that specific in that story, it's like, what? And then you turn around, and this was the one that was heartbreaking for me. You turn around, you go to LA. And Kirk Burrows said that, you know, they were getting threats. Like, y'all not supposed to be in LA. You're not supposed to be here. Don't go, right? And so they end up going, and basically the guy that was, I think it was D1, the guy that was like their security, the Crip, right? The protection. He's telling them, you're not supposed to be here. What are you doing? And then here's the wild part. How did protection lose you? Because he said he looked around, he couldn't find Big. He said, where did they go? And they just walked out. You know what I'm saying? So, and shortly after that, it happened to Big. But prior to that, I think it was kind of crazy. I watched the documentary Can't Stop, Won't Stop, where they were doing the Bad Boy anniversary tour and all of this other stuff. They was getting ready for that. And you hear Diddy say 2 things. One, he was against, you know, him saying something back to Tupac. Then the other thing was he said that he didn't want to go to LA. He thought it was a bad idea for Big to go to LA. Then Kirk Burrows turns around and says Big was the one that said he was going to keep quiet. And Big said it in plenty of interviews, right? Then the other thing was, right after the show in LA, Kirk Burrows was supposed to have Big go to like Europe for 3 days. And Puff literally said, no, he's not going. And hung up the phone. Like, didn't even want to hear about it. Hung up the phone. So I listen, we can speculate it. It all lines up. It does. It all lines up, because why? That's my question. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you go somewhere? Well, I mean, why would you go somewhere and you know, like you know? Yeah, I mean, it's
like all the chips just start falling into place, and you just like when you pay attention and you start listening, the math is mathing for once.
It is.
The math is mathing, and it all lined up.
Yeah.
There ain't no way in hell you gonna convince me to go somewhere on enemy territory and then keep me there. You don't even want to let me leave.
What? And you don't have my protection with me? My protection magically disappeared?
This is the part
the protection didn't disappear. They did.
They lost them. This is the part that ate me up on the clip of that third episode when they are in the car and somehow they got their recording and somebody said that was C. She said, "Hey man, you going the wrong way. You need to turn around. Go the other way. We trying to get him when he was on the 911 call. We're trying to get him to the hospital. You going around. How the hell would you? Man, if I was trying to get somebody to the hospital, somebody tell me, I don't give a damn if I hit the meeting. I'm busting at you and I'm turning this motherfucker around.
Right.
Listen, man, I don't know.
The wrong way.
It's wild. The whole thing was
be so loud.
But how do he even know what car? How do he even know what car that he was in? It was more than one car.
Yeah. So basically, if you listen to Keefe D, right? Keefe D said they drove past the caravan to see what car Pac and Suge was in. Same thing. They drove up the caravan to see who was in what car. They did the same exact thing. But you also have to understand that how would you know what they're driving?
Right. Why would you cancel flight when we were supposed to be going to London? You are the person in the center of everything happening that knows all the info. Hence the reason why I said, I don't care if you didn't pull the trigger. I don't care how you laced it. My boy, you had something to do with it. And ultimately, you were responsible. You were responsible. I'm with Valletta Wallace. You were responsible. I trusted you with my son's life, and you let me know you did not care.
Right.
Yeah. And see, my thought about it is like, what was the thought process? Like, what are you doing? And so I rewound that portion a few times before, once again, Kirk Burrows said something. So I'm watching it. I said, okay, well, let me let it play. And shortly after that, Kirk Burrows says Big was renegotiating his contract. And he got everything he wanted. They were signing it. And when Big passed, they were going to go back through the contract and change everything in the middle that had all the meat and potatoes as far as what Big was supposed to get. And put it right back in there, right? As that was the contract. And Kirk Burrows said, no, he's not doing it. And he was fired 90 days later.
Wow.
And this was after they already took his 25%. They threatened and took his 25% of the company. He said he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to change the contract. 90 days later, they fired him.
But do y'all see why I said that, you know what I'm saying? Like money, like they was chasing that money? Because look.
It ain't even the money. You wanted what everybody else had.
Oh, this was everybody else. Puff wanted the fame. He wanted the light.
Wanted the fame that everybody else had. Everybody else had a motive. Like B said, he rapped on the corner to keep his daughter in Pampers and clothes. Everybody else had a grind and a means and a talent to move them except you. And when you saw that they were able and capable, even though they was flooding your pockets, you wanted to be up front where they were, and you couldn't stand to see other people be famous, other people be in the spotlight and be loved by the world. Everybody who was in the way, you took them out. You literally just chopped them down, took them out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. And so
I have never seen jealousy so loud.
Listen, the problem that Pac had was with Puff at first anyway.
Yeah.
It was with Puff, right? Because, once again, Kirk Burrows says that he was jealous of Pac and Big's relationship because he kept calling Big his best friend. Puff kept calling Big his best friend. And I guess, Pac was taking him on tour, letting him open up because he really liked him. And then the whole thing jumped off at the studios or at the studio. And it was kind of odd for me to hear, and I'm not saying it's not wrong, but it was just kind of odd for me to hear that it was dudes in jail saying it was somebody that was associated with Big that had Pac shot.
But you know that's how shit go down. Hey,
yeah, I mean, anybody could put that in anybody's ear.
He claimed to be your man, and your man's is who set you up. You know, it's the easiest way to divert the attention.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, he was closer to Big than he was to anybody else in the camp. So, immediately, if that's my friend and I brought him in, are you going to think it was me, or are you going to think it was somebody else?
You're going to think it was somebody else. That's the whole point. You're going to think it was somebody else.
Set you up if this keep happening to you. And if it keep rounding back to somebody that's connected to me, you going to think it's me.
Yeah.
Right. What I think what happened, I think that Biggs found out that Diddy had something to do with Pac getting killed, and that's the reason why he took him out. Because everybody was blaming Biggie, and I feel like Biggie found out that he had what he did and how he did it, and he took him out.
You think Big was going? I heard that rumor too. You think Big was going to air him out?
Yes,
that's too much circulating. You done put my wife in this. You done put my wife in this shit. This nigga done made a whole song about my. That would have been it for me right there. The first line, that first line would have had me at your dome, my nigga. Like, are you serious? Oh, okay.
That's why
the crew and the clique I claim. That's why. Oh, it ain't even about the crew and the clique. When you said my wife, you ain't even have to say the name.
The music ain't even start. The music ain't even start when he said it. That's how the song started. You know how bad you got to be to say something. That man said it. I said, that's why I fucked your bitch. And then the beat dropped. Whoa.
And
whoa, sir.
Background looking like she in the background doing interviews like crazy, talking about I'm pregnant for Big and this is Big's baby. Bitch, don't say shit to me. We ain't talking.
I was like,
I'm about to hurt somebody.
Wow.
Somebody, like you said, we about to exercise.
Yeah, we gotta exercise. We gotta exercise. We gotta exercise. Like, I don't know what type of. And this is gonna be hit. This is gonna be high intensity interval training. Like, it's gonna be something serious. Like, we're gonna burn some calories outside, for real. But the other thing that was it was so much, but the fact that Puff had, and this was after Big died, Puff had Big removed from the cover of Rolling Stone to put his image on Rolling Stone so that he could do the marketing and PR for the No Way Out album.
Yeah. Pissed me off. Like, it just kept stacking up to like, only thing I can think of is how fucking selfish can you be? This man is dead and you took the Rolling Stone cover. He is dead and you are marketing his funeral as a payoff.
Yeah.
Fucking selfish.
Yeah.
You couldn't call that man your friend. Ain't no way, because with friends like you, niggas don't need enemies. You don't need no enemies.
But like they said, he always wanted that limelight. And even with him doing the funeral, he still got the limelight. Because they're saying, Puff put on the biggest funeral ever. That's what you get, man. He just wanted the limelight. And he, after every tragedy, he capitalized on everything after the tragedy. Yeah. After every tragedy, after every movement of violence, he capitalized.
You found a way to come the fuck up. Like,
if you go back and you look, he capitalized on all of it.
Like, that
capitalized on all of it.
You gotta be like, you are colder than the people you put in place to do the dirt. For you to literally move in ways that cause people to be hurt, killed, whatever it is, you literally just thrive in everybody else's disarray and weight. And you cold. Like, you are cold.
But even with
doing all that, he stopped, Big's kids from eating. For real, if you think about it. He stopped them from eating, his mama from being taken care of. Like, he stopped all that.
Yeah.
Shit is,
but
you claim you love these people. You claim y'all family.
Because Mark Curry, I like Mark. I think Mark Curry put it best. That Mark Curry put it best in the documentary, where he didn't want to see anybody do better than him. Like he wanted to keep you at a point where you needed him. You had to depend on him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's right out of the Iceberg Slim book. It's some pimp shit. It's what it is. Because a pimp is always gonna want you to be dependent on them. Like that's where your money coming from. That's where your clothes coming from. That's where your food coming from. That's how you getting around. That's how you get to travel. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do nothing without me. And then I didn't even pay attention to it. Like I watched it again, and somebody said the same way that Andre Harrell tied up people's money in the contracts.
He did the same.
Puff learned that, and he turned it up another notch. And so when you're looking for money, it's not there because it's tied up in everything else. Like it's however it's going, it's tied up in everything else. But you have $500,000 to go and buy somebody a necklace. I think it was a necklace or something, and then he wanted like another $50,000 to go take Suge Knight's side chick out in Atlanta. But you ain't got no money. And so, and then, if y'all, I don't know if y'all caught it, but when he was in the car and he had the chick on FaceTime, do y'all remember what he said?
Yeah.
The first thing he said?
I'm about
to go yeah, baby. I'm about to go deposit this 200 million. Yeah. I'm about to go deposit the $200 million check. They're holding the bank open for me. That's kind of hard to listen to.
Face I had looking at that shit. I was like,
that's hard to listen to. That's hard to listen to as an artist or the wife of an artist, Craig Mack wife.
That part.
That's hard to listen to.
You ain't got no money. You asking your daddy to help you pay your bills.
That's hard to listen to. You about to go deposit $200 million. But Craig Mack go to ask you for some money. You take a knot out your pocket and take one $100 bill and handed it to him. That's disrespectful.
I feel like that's the reason why I feel like he did all this stuff in his past and it just caught up to him. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? He did all that. He got away with it. Well, at least he thought he got away with it. And then at the end, he was trying to change his life around and all hell broke loose.
But see,
I don't even feel like he was trying to change.
Well, okay, I get that. But let's play a small game here. And a small game I'm talking about playing is we just know what we know right now.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know everything. We got to know that. We don't know everything. We know what we know right now. We know what has been exposed as of right now. Can you imagine if everything was put out there?
No.
Can you imagine if we knew what was going on?
Yeah, because there was a lot of stuff that they ain't put in there. There was a lot of stuff that they couldn't.
I feel like this is just I feel like this whole situation is the onion, right?
It is.
And it's unlayering. And then when you have people like Aubrey O'Day and Capricorn coming out, and when those stories and those people start talking, you get whole new layers that get broke open. And it pisses me off to the highest point of festivity that you tell me you deny or you question this woman's credibility because literally everything that she's reliving in real time. Is you serious?
I think the wildest.
I think reliving that would be hellish.
Right.
That kidnapping was crazy.
Right.
That was crazy. Right. And I'm gonna tell you where the crew messed up. Not the camera crew, but his crew, the people that was around him all the time. The very moment they saw him beating on Misa Hilton, that was in the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when y'all should have stopped it. Somebody in the crew should have been like, hey, man, what you doing? Somebody should have checked them right there. When you never checked them, you let them know it was going to be okay to do this for however long you want to do it. Right? And then, with, what was her name? Janice Dickerson Neal?
Yeah.
I think that was her name?
Yeah.
Okay. With her, and you and I talked about this, baby. He pulled Alpo Martinez because he wasn't doing things that he would normally do. So if you remember the movie Paid in Full, right, where Cameron when them was in the club and Cameron was putting the videos up of him and the chicks, that was an Alpo Martinez thing. Diddy did the same thing, but that wasn't his original idea. He was doing what Alpo Martinez was doing back in the day, right? And so the fact that the word got back to her mom and she had to write a letter.
Right.
To Ms. Combs. That's crazy. Saying that your son is playing videos, sexually assaulting my, women, especially my daughter. That's heartbreaking. What type of strength did it take for that woman to even write that letter?
But look at what he did to Aubrey. And just like the girl, like she was reading the full description of what happened in real time. Like she said,
From someone else.
read this. I have never read this in its entirety. I've only glazed over this. Like my husband asked me for a while. He was like, man, I can't see why Aubrey didn't speak. Why she didn't say this? Why she didn't talk? I'm like, looking at that,
she did.
See why. Now I see why.
Mm-hmm.
See why. She started and she shut it down. When the trial came out, Aubrey shut everything down. When the trial started, that's when that email went out to her. Somebody sent her the email, and in the email, they detailed everything that they saw that night. And like she said, I don't remember any of this ever happening to me. Imagine having to question in your own mind if you've ever been raped. And somebody telling you they saw it, they know it to be true, and they're sure it was you.
Yeah.
And you don't even know what happened.
She was already saying something a long time ago, but I don't know what happened, the reason why she stopped. But
she was saying he was controlling. Like she was saying she didn't like working with him. And he was stifling her career in the process. Like when she started being really honest after Danity Kane, because remember, Danity Kane broke up. Danity Kane started making records in the midst of Dirty Money coming out. Dawn Richards was a part of Danity Kane. Dawn Richards migrated over to Diddy Money and kept making money with him and Kalina. Then all that fell down. He stifled her career to the point she never made another record after Danity Kane. Every time she spoke out, and I mean, literally, she was just on some, he controlling. I don't like the way he talks to me. He's abused. She was doing that. I watched every Megan of the Band there was. She said that.
She was talking up.
She did.
But see, she
said from day one, from jump. She said that.
Long as they kept making him money and they was making records, like he said, okay, yeah, I brushed that off. Then you get the messages where he's trying to layer, and she like, I ain't going for none of that. And then you just,
but that's when he let her go, though.
Right? Then you just vulgar and raw, and then you let me go when I don't go for the shit that you trying to play. So you blackball me.
Yeah,
you blackball
because he once again he couldn't get what he wanted.
Right,
and they always said he always got what he wanted, and she wasn't with it. And so when she wasn't with it, when she said she wasn't with it, he let her go. Same thing with Kirk Burrows. He wasn't with the contract. Let him go. So if you look at it, a lot of things where he didn't get what he wanted, a lot of people was just bounced out. Like Craig Mack won a Grammy. How are you not excited about a Grammy?
Hell, I'm broke.
But you're not making money. You broke.
I'm asking my father to pay my bills. Yeah, it's hard to be excited.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Like that's like the whole TLC story, man. You the biggest group in the world, you'll make no money.
None. Like
no money, man.
All his artists, all the major artists of the 90s that was under him have all failed and flooded. Jodeci,
Total.
Total. Like girls ain't make no money.
Everybody.
The girls could sing. They could sing your eyelashes off.
Take a second and think about who actually made a career that's really like blossoming, like really out there from Bad Boy. Who?
Like,
we know the names. We know the names. We know the names. We love the artists. We do.
We can count.
But who flourished?
We can count.
Who flourished?
One. Hell.
And he ain't even here no more.
Okay, so that's two, because you was thinking somebody else that I wasn't thinking.
I was thinking Big. Big was the only one that really made money.
MJB.
Oh, well, she wasn't signed under Bad Boy. But she wasn't signed under Bad Boy. And she got away quick because also he kind of made her feel some type of way because she stopped working with him. And he said, don't worry about it. I got somebody that's going to... No, he said, I got somebody that's going to do better than you anyway. Incoming Faith.
Faith, right. He probably the reason her and Casey got together and that shit didn't work out. It was probably his doing then too.
Listen, crazy.
Common connection is all I'm saying. Because remember,
that's why I said
he was supposed to be the A&R who discovered her right after he slid Jodeci and him and had them on a train to go. She was next.
Right.
That's why I said.
And it's funny, back in the day, she had that little habit. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. I could see it.
I could see
everybody.
Just saying.
And then when she got herself together, he ain't like that because she didn't need him no more.
Yeah, like that's why
when Lauryn Hill took her under her wing, he ain't like that.
And that's why I said that whole thing with Faith. That's where Faith came from. Because he literally told Mary J. Blige, don't worry about it. I got somebody that's better than you. He said that.
And I feel like I love Faith Evans. I do. But I feel like life has dealt her a hand and homegirl just trying to hold it. You just be trying to hold it. You just be trying to hold your card and play them the best you can.
Oh, yeah. All of them went through it, though. Every last Bad Boy artist went through it.
Definitely. I feel like every artist that came in contact with him went through it.
Yeah, they all did. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, the PR stunt. The PR stunt was, hey, listen, and I'm gonna smile and say this. That was the smartest thing that they did. I'm not gonna lie. That was the smartest thing that he did. When in the beginning, when he said, people watch CNN, but there's 9 million people in the world, 7 million of them on TikTok and Instagram. That plan went into play fast. He had them people. He had their whole PR team going into the cafeteria, sitting down with the bloggers and the content creators, and said, "Hey, we're going to give you the transcripts, and then we're also going to give you the highlights that you need to put out." And they did that. And they did it so well. And so then when you're doing that, and they probably, tossing the money, you hear, well, it was consensual, and she kept going back. And why would you go back if you're getting beat on? I'm sorry, did we not see like different
her down the hallway?
Not just pulling her down the hallway, but do we not know that even in marriages that are not of celebrities or relationships not of the women don't just leave right away? Like, we don't know that. The women do not just leave right away. They do not.
We don't know that. We don't know that because it's people in America who don't believe no is no in a marriage. They believe once you sign the paperwork and put the ring on, you can't say no. And it's no longer rape when you're married. People believe that.
They do believe that.
People believe stupid stuff like that.
I mean, I could be asleep and never mind. Anyway, listen.
You know what? I'm not. Nope.
So, but they were feeding the bloggers and the content creators, and it worked out in their favor, right? And so, I think the biggest issue also was they waited too long. It's years. Like he was doing stuff in the 90s. It's 2025. Like, y'all waited too long, and then to hear Kirk Burroughs say that he was being sexually assaulted. I'm sorry, sir. What? And then they said that at the end. I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean you were being sexually assaulted? Talking about he was doing sexually deviant behavior. I'm like,
he waited to the very end and closed the very end.
I was like, what? And then I'm like looking at stuff and I'm reading and I'm going through my notes right now. I'm reading and looking at stuff. So Gene Deal always been on the internet talking about Puff, right? Saying that he's heard all type of stuff, knowing that he played around with dudes and all this other stuff. And I'm going to say something after this too, because I just thought about another person that was saying all of this and nobody was listening to her. So Gene Deal said if Puff was sexually assaulting Kirk like he said, why did he let him stay at his house every Wednesday after the club?
Because that's when it happened, every Wednesday after
No. But if it was happening, if it was sexual assault, why would you let him stay at your house? And he said he really thought that they was boyfriends. That's what Gene Deal said. He said, I really believe they were boyfriends. And he said, he then went on to say Kirk was in love with Puff and consensually giving up the buns on purpose. He was probably secretly in love with Puff. That's what he said. So that's what I'm saying. We're not getting the whole spin. We're getting pieces of the spin. And there are people out there with the true stories. Like, it's pieces left out of this documentary that if we got it, we would be like, oh, now it makes sense. Now I see why. Because I'm telling you, give it another 2-3 years. I guarantee you in the next 2-3 years, somebody else is going to come forward. Something else is going to happen. And when I say come forward, I don't mean come forward in like a sexual assault thing. A lot of truths are going to come out. A lot of truths are going to come out because he's going to try. I'm going to say he's going to try when he comes out. He's going to do the PR work again because he's trying to get the he's getting a cease and desist order for the documentary. That's what he's trying to do now because he said it's damaging.
Yeah,
then Misa Hilton.
Everybody's damaging, right?
Yeah, and then Misa Hilton Brim.
Drag somebody down the hallway in a towel, and you only let her go so your butt wouldn't be shown on camera.
Listen, man, it's wild. The whole thing is wild. And so the other person I was going to talk about was, and we thought that, I don't want to say we, but a lot of people thought that she was out of her mind. Jaguar Wright has been talking about this celebrity thing for years, and people have been writing her off. And now everything that we see in this documentary is everything that she had been talking about all these years. And now I want to say, y'all owe this woman an apology. Y'all do. You really, like, it's a lot of people that owe her an apology because she sat on that couch. She talked about Puff. She talked about Jay-Z. She talked about Chris Brown. But she talked about Chris Brown in a good light because what happened was she saw Rihanna doing something to somebody. That's how the whole fight started. She was doing something to somebody in a party. And they got in the car, and that's how the fight started.
The fight started in the car. She punched him in the car.
Yeah, but the thing that happened before the punch in the party was not talked about. Jaguar Wright talked about
the thing that happened before in the party. He talks
exactly.
About it. Yeah.
So now, do people owe Jaguar Wright an apology at this point? She may not ever get it. I get that. But this woman sat on that couch and spilled beans for years. And the very thing that's in this documentary, she spoke about. And here we are. And now everybody's probably, I bet you, I guarantee you the views on her YouTube videos, I bet you them damn things is skyrocketing right now. Because everybody is having that conversation. Remember when Jaguar Wright said that? So shout out to Jaguar Wright for letting us know early. I said it. Shout out to Jaguar Wright for letting us know early. Because we wasn't listening. We didn't want to listen. But you did that, girl. Don't worry about my co-host. She's having a problem. It's the ponytail. That's what it is. It's the ponytail.
The only thing I'm gonna say about that is I feel like sometimes when you listen to Jaguar Wright, it's hard to differentiate if she's just exaggerating or if she's really telling the truth. You be like,
it is.
Like this is proof that wild shit happens in Hollywood, and it's stuff that you probably would never ever imagine. Definitely, but it's just hard to. It's hard to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy it, or I'm gonna ride in on it, and I'm gonna go with it. It's hard. It's hard.
But that's why we could not understand it because we're not a part of that life. But when you watch this documentary and you think about all the things that she said, you be like, oh, she wasn't crazy. This stuff was really happening.
Now,
listen,
when I watched
leave Jaguar Wright alone. That's what you're gonna do.
All celebrities.
You could be crazy and right at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time. But go ahead. I'm listening to you, Jax.
I just feel like knowing and seeing it's three sides to every story.
Oh yeah.
Both sides, their side, and the truth. And I feel like everybody should have their moment to tell the truth, but you gotta be willing to tell the truth. And I feel like Diddy ain't Chris Brown and he ain't gonna tell the truth. Chris Brown lied and kept quiet for different reasons. He is lying and gonna be quiet to protect himself. And just looking at the track record, you can see you don't care about nobody but you. When Buddy said he saw him in him and his mama, and he popped his mama and called her a bitch to her face, I was like, oh, you really don't care because you just hit your mama.
Yeah.
You hit and you called her a bitch. Your mama.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? I know if you did that to your mom, don't no other woman on this earth stand a chance. None of them. Not even the ones that you helped make. They don't stand a
chance. So I got a question. What is the difference between Diddy and the aura? What's the difference? And I really want you to answer that. It don't matter. Whoever go first. I just want you to answer it honestly. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying one is right, one is wrong, but what I'm saying is, what is the difference?
Let me go first. Mine gonna be super straight and easy. Mm-hmm. Money.
Okay. I wasn't gonna consider money, but I guess when you the one getting it all from all the people around you, you got way more flexibility and movement.
Yeah.
The other thing I feel like the difference between the two is the age difference is what really screwed R. Kelly. And I'm a firm believer, as a parent, you can't just be letting your kids go any and everywhere. It's some oversight that lapsed. And y'all should have been asking questions. And if you was asking questions and you cared like you say you did, don't wait till a documentary come out to be standing in an alleyway talking about where's my baby, where's my baby. You should have been where's my baby from day one. Where's my baby should have been going from the jump. And I feel like that was one of the things, like, yeah, you shouldn't have done this shit, but as a parent, you shouldn't have allowed it either.
Yeah, I agree. So my thoughts on it is this. Kind of the same, kind of different. Kind of the same because I feel like the people around them failed them miserably. They failed them miserably. I feel as though somebody had stepped in and the money wasn't an issue and you felt like you wasn't going to miss out on anything, this could have been knocked out. And we wouldn't have had this. Or it would have been done in such a way where they had to hide it from the people. Because me being perfectly honest about this whole thing, these are accomplices.
Yeah.
Every last one of them. They're accomplices. Like, you know about this and you did nothing. You watch somebody get beat up. You watch people get sexually assaulted. You watch people get drugged. You watched all of this and you knew about this stuff. These are accomplices. Mm-hmm. And at what point are these people going to be held accountable? Or are they going to be held accountable? Right? Kind of sort of different. R. Kelly, to me, was enabled in such a way that the parents were in on it. He got to the parents because who was letting their child go on a tour? Who was letting their child go to somebody's house? So that, is wild to me. Diddy, it was power, all fame. And I don't understand how you sit back. This is the definition of ain't shit friends. I'm going to call it like it is. This is the definition of ain't shit friends. When you got people around you that don't care about you, they only care about what you can provide. This is what you get. This is exactly what you get. And so, even when I did I said the whole, are you surrounded or are you supported? He was surrounded. Mm-hmm. He was not supported because you don't support that type of behavior. You check it, especially as a man. How many of them people actually had daughters that was around Diddy? Think about that. How many people had daughters and y'all watched this stuff happen? Like it was not okay.
Right.
It was not okay. That thing that happened, and I'm not saying that, I'm only highlighting Aubrey because her story was very, very like explicit, her and Janice, right? But for somebody to write a letter and tell you exactly what happened, that you were knocked out, Diddy was penetrating you and somebody else was in your mouth, like that's hard to read.
Going about your day. You continue to have fun with your friends.
Right. Exactly. So it was hard to watch at times, and I just like shaking my head. I paused it a few times and walked away to do something that I need to do, because it was hard for me to watch because the 90s was the golden hip hop era. Mm-hmm. There was no golden hip hop era without Diddy. It just wasn't. The remixes, the Carl Thomases, the Biggies, the Faith, the 112, the Total, Craig Mack, all of that.
Okay.
So that big chunk of what we call the golden hip hop era kind of tarnished.
Yeah.
Kind of tarnished. And I'm going to say this on here. I don't know too many people that's not going to listen to the music. Let's be clear. This is just being honest. You going to stop listening to Big? You going to stop listening to 112? You going to stop listening to Faith? Let's be for real. You're not. Just like you didn't stop listening to R. Kelly.
They ain't even prosecuting him like the way they're not socially prosecuting him the way that they did R. Kelly. Like, making him stop streaming. Like,
but did R. Kelly have 8 lawyers
in the video? You watched him.
But did R. Kelly have 8 lawyers? Did R. Kelly have a PR team?
True.
That's what I'm saying.
R. Kelly was broke.
True.
R. Kelly was broke.
He was driving his own self to his concerts to get money.
This is the difference. The difference is the money. R. Kelly was broke. He was trying to get it together. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're looking at. But if you haven't seen the documentary, go check it out. 50 Cent, 50, Mr. Cinquenta, like Mr. Petty Murphy.
Please don't.
He's on it, man. He is on it. Like, I don't care what I'm doing in his life. If that man ever send me a text, or you owe me some money, how much do I owe you, sir? I'm trying to get you all of this tomorrow.
He is the one who will never quit. He will go.
Man, and you know what all of this stemmed from? Do y'all really know what this stemmed from? All of this stemmed from the night or the morning or whatever day it was at Chris Lighty's wedding, and Diddy asked 50 if he wanted him to hang out and he was going to take him shopping. He has held on to that all these years. He said, "You gonna take me shopping?"
And he is hell.
He is. But very smart businessman, because this thing is number 1 in 10 countries and number 2 in like 12 or 15 countries.
It is.
He's doing the dang on thing. So, you know.
And then it ain't helping that people on TikTok making TikToks and reels and gifts and all kinds of stuff from it.
Pieces. I mean, like, it's expected. Yeah. I get it. It's expected.
He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing that he did to Ja Rule. That he's doing to Diddy. He's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We got to understand that, because he talked about Ja Rule being a singing rapper. Like, you're a rapper, why are you singing? And then turned around and made "If I Was Your Best Friend." He did the same thing. Let's be for real. 21 Questions. He was singing. He did the same thing.
And Ja Rule,
but he talked so bad about Ja Rule that it spun.
Right.
And now we here, and it's Diddy's turn.
Right. And it's going to be somebody else after him.
It's going to be hard to come back from this. Anyway, with all that being said, y'all let them know how these people can follow y'all. Where y'all at on social media, man? Where you at, Kish? Talk to me.
On Instagram, I am at 313_Kish, KISH. On TikTok, same thing, at 313_Kish. FYI. Yes, on both.
Oh, excuse me. Hey, listen, y'all, we get the memo just like y'all get the memo. So understand, this is the second memo I got that I had no idea what was going on. So we're not going to talk about that part. But go ahead, Jax. Where can they follow you, girl?
Instagram and TikTok, Dope Queen _786. Follow me.
All right.
And vibe responsibly.
Hey. Listen, y'all can follow me at GL_Richardson on Instagram and TikTok. But check this out. Make sure you follow us. We will be going live on TikTok every Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we give you and yours a chance to ask questions and provide feedback about this episode and future episodes from here on out. So make sure you give us a follow and join the live, because it gets deep. It gets real silly and goofy over there as well. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's called Death Row. All right. You may get roasted when you come in there, but we're going to have a good time. It's all in fun. I promise you. We call it not a safe space. We do that. We tell people, hey, it's not a safe space, but we do have fun over there. Y'all come over. I'm pretty sure y'all will have fun. So real quick, after you hit that follow button, I got one small favor. If you've been vibing with the show and want to help and see it keep growing, drop a $5 monthly subscription. That's it. Just $5. That's the same price as a small queso dip from Chili's, but this one is way more healthy and it feeds the culture. Your support keeps the light on, the mics hot, and the vibes flowing. So set it, forget it, and know you're a part of what keeps the whole vibe alive. You can subscribe through the link in my bio, once again on Instagram and TikTok at @Gio_Richardson, and in the description of the YouTube channel at Vibe Responsibly Podcast. And hey, if now is not the time, I overstand. I just keep listening, sharing, spreading the vibe, because guess what? Our new motto is you will not be out here vibing alone. So share the vibes and help us keep spreading all this love. And listen, I don't know you, but I love you like I do. Have a phenomenal day on purpose. And we out!